So here's our lesson on the way the Greeks fought hoplite warfare. The Greeks fought in a system in which the individual soldiers were known as hoplites. Tactics and why they fought this way develop our thinking skills. Keywords: hoplite, phalanx, that's the formation, teamwork, shield, armour, a cuirass. Twice here, it's an important word, put in twice. It means a breastplate. The armour you wear on your body, on your chest and your back is called a cuirass or a breastplate. Greaves, that's the sort of shin guards. Helmet, bronze, iron, spear, sword. Right, so your standard Greek hoplite. You bought your own equipment. Individual citizens who could afford it, like farmers, would have their own hoplite equipment. You were called a hoplite if you had the equipment that you'd bought yourself. So the pictures here: shield, helmet, cuirass, greaves, sword, spear. And again here: helmet, cuirass, breastplate, shield, greaves, spear. You see his sword there. So in class, I get to sketch these. People have a helmet. This is a Corinthian helmet. The helmet in class is a Corinthian one. It's not the only one. If you can use it, if you look in your book, in your folder, you'll see plenty of examples of slight different. They're all vaguely similar, but not everyone's got a straightforward Corinthian helmet. There are other types. But everyone's got the big round shield, the aspis. Again, there's one in class. It's about 1 metre in diameter, mostly wood with a bronze covering, and it might or might not have something on the front. This is again something historians are a little bit wary of saying for certain everybody had them, because not everyone did. And what was it? It depends. If you look at the board in the classroom, we've got a Greek shield with an aspis with this on it. It's called a lambda. You've got to find out what that means. Everyone's got these sort of metal shin guards. Yeah. So if you've got the helmet on, the shield, a breastplate and shin guards, from the front you're very well protected. There's nothing nothing to be stabbed. For weapons, everyone's got the dory spear, yeah? 6 feet long. It's got, it's metal, it's got an iron spike, it's got an iron blade, and a bronze, we think usually bronze butt, B-U-T-T, butt spike. We'll see more pictures later on of those. And if this breaks, you have a sword. Possibly a falcata, like this, or meat cleaver. The Spartans, for example, didn't have those. They had these, the xiphos, more like a dagger. It's quite short. It's for close in work. And you only use this if your spear was broken. So I'll do a few notes. Greek citizens who could afford it fought as hoplites. To be a hoplite, you need specific equipment. In the 5th century BC, this was, I'll make a little list in the description. Shield's the most important protection because it protects you and the man next to you. The way it overlaps, we'll look at it in class in more detail. If your forearm is in the middle and your handle's there, then most of the shield sticks out to your left. So you are protecting yourself and the guy to your left with your overlapping shields. So important was a shield that to return from a battle without your shield was a sign of tremendous disgrace. You were a coward. Remember the Spartan saying, come back with your shield or on it, meaning don't come back without your shield. Weapons were the spear. As I said before, I think the spear is almost exclusively for thrusting. It's not a javelin, it's not for throwing, it's for stabbing. And we think most likely in the front line of the phalanx, you'd do it overhand like this, because if you did it underhand, you'd be stabbing the guy behind you. If this broke, you might go to your sword. Yeah. Falcata, or in most cases the xiphos, the short one, the short stabbing sword. So Spartans and everybody else fought as a team. The tactic was called the phalanx. It's a bit like a massive rugby scrum with armour and spears. You approached the other phalanx and you pushed and you stabbed until one side gave up. Yeah? The two phalanxes would approach and you pushed and you shoved until one side broke. Until one side broke. Now then, what we're not quite sure of is, did you run? Or did you walk slowly? Or did you sometimes do both? It depends. Again, we don't know that. And you used your sword if your spear broke. Now this was quite common. These are made of wood. Someone's going to grab them and snap them. If you're stabbing this one towards him, someone's going to reach out, grab it and snap out your hand. So the sword was quite useful. And that's the way the ancient Greeks fought, when they were fighting each other.